Hey everybody, welcome back. Today's offering is a 1952 Peter Pan made by the Eclipse Radio Company here in Melbourne. And this is a model, where is it? A GKJ, as I said, 1952. And this one is in great condition. So broadcast and shortwave, got 3 shortwave bands on it, plus broadcast. And I think I said it, yeah, excellent condition. Case needs a bit of looking after, but there's no cracks, no nothing. It's superb. A little bit of paint damage there, but you know, shit, from 1952, you know, it's pretty good. So that's all working well. The dial, volume, I guess, here, on off switch. On the side here, we've got a band selector. Try and get the light down there. Oh, and it's missing one of the little plastic dial covers there. Never mind. Globe covers, I should say. And on the other side here, we've got, I would assume, tone knob. Now, the thing that confuses me is that, for all extents and purposes, that's an Astor chassis. Well, that's what it looks like to me. Pretty much something like the GN model of Astor. Not, you know, again, that's what it looks like. So I don't know. Did Eclipse buy Astor chassis, or they just duplicated them? You know, good question. I haven't got a clue. Other than that, the only other issue I have is the valve line up here: 6AN7, 6U7. Oh gee, I can't remember. Get that out of there. 6, what is it? Come on. 6AV6. And just put that in there. Pardon me, this is going to take forever. Ooh, hold on. Sort of just drops in. Have to look at that. A 6AQ5 is the output valve, and that's got to be a 5Y3. The schematic on the GKJ doesn't have that valve lineup. They've only got a 6V6. I did find a schematic for an Astor, which has got this exact valve lineup, and 2 models actually, the GQS and the GQR. But either way, it shouldn't be a problem. So let's get this thing out, let's have a look at it, and see what we're dealing with. Okay, got it out. Let's have a look at the underneath together. And what have we got? Ooh, and yep, by all accounts, that is all original. And yeah, I've seen these before, yep. A massive rat's nest of bloody capacitors in there with the tone. God. Okay. I didn't mention it before, but there is a cap can on top with 2 16s and a 25 microfarad for the cathode bypass. So identifying the cathode bypass will be easy. That'll just go straight to the output valve. And the other 2 16s, easy to do. So I'm going to stabilise this somehow, and then we can start working on it. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I'm sure you guys out there saw it before me. This has been gotten to, and that's an 8 microfarad cap. That's just been whacked in there, as you can see, it's floating around. Connected to the cap can, and they thought, oh, you know, yeah, leave the old capacitor in place, and pretty sure, yeah, still connected, and we'll put another one in there. No, don't do that. Take the old one out of circuit, because it's, you know, the old rule there, it's leaking. Putting another one in there isn't going to stop that leaking if it's in circuit, so take it out. So anyway, we'll get rid of that. don't need it. First thing we got to do, I've attached the power cord, so I'm ready for that, but I want to test the output tranny. And where are those wires? Okay, so one, yeah, gets its power from the plate, from the capacitor, and the other one, the plate, and there's the blue wire, plate's right there, pin number, whatever, 1, 2, 5, I think, on 6AQ5. Let's have a listen. Thought I heard something. Bad connection. I've got my leads around the right way, doesn't matter. Find out. There you go. Nice. That's good. Alright. Alright, let's give it a power test. And that should be, as I said, a 5x3, I'm pretty sure. So I'm a guessing. I can't remember what the pins are. It's been a while. I'm going to go with those two. They could just be 5 volts. So let's power it up, give it a bit of power, see what we get. It's high voltage for sure. The dial globes are lighting up too. Oh, one of them is anyway. The other 3 are blown. Good. So let's just make sure 5 volts are working. It should be those 2, I'm guessing. Probably couldn't see what I was doing, but anyway, just the other 2 pins. And a bit of power. Yeah. Well, that's all good, and no short circuits in it, or current limiter's not lighting up. So let's test, oh, pardon me, let's test those filter caps, see if we're getting some B plus into them. And might as well just attach to that and see what we get. Right, here we go. You know, that's not bad at all. Not bad, but it's alive. And oh, dial globe. Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Well, sort of like motorboating, I guess. Anyway, first thing to do, I think, is get some new electrolytics in there, and then we'll give it another test. Also, that shonky valve socket that needs to be looked at as well. So I'm going to start pulling these things off, and I'll change the electrodes on it and identify it. All I've got to do really is identify which one's the cathode bypass, and again that'll be going to the cathode of the 6AQ5, and the other 2 are going to be 16s, so pretty easy. Okay, I've got those 2 main filter caps in, 2 16s, and did a little bit of rewiring there too. Thought why not, they look pretty shoddy anyway. So here's the test. Let's monitor a cap, yeah, that one will do. And onto the earth, let's come back and let's give it some power and hope for the best. Take it up slow. Looking good. But then it did 4 too, so let's see if it's still, well, motorboating or whatever that noise was. Come on. Whoa! That sounds so better. It works!
That's a good start, and yeah, we had the first 4.
There you go.
So can't complain too much. Dashing though.
Wow. Alright, turn it off. Oh, that was the problem. Bad filter caps. One or both, doesn't really matter. Yeah, it certainly sounded a lot like motorboating to me, and I'm, my mind's going everywhere thinking, oh, I have cans and, who knows what. But no, just the caps. So, couldn't be easier. Alright, I'm going to whip through this, because there really isn't much to do, but there's a lot of work in there, especially the tone control section. Other than that, it's good, and I've still got to address that that loose socket. So anyway, I'll do some bits and pieces. I'll change the caps, and I'll come back, and we'll just see, again, sound quality and all that sort of stuff. Well, all the recapping is done, and also some resistors. Oh, pardon me. There's a small cap there I haven't changed. Oh well, I'll get onto that. What else have I done? Well, I've solved the loose socket problem. Looked at it and I thought, might be able to squeeze those little pins together, but no, it's no avail. So I did the old trick. I grabbed the socket, I grabbed the valve and my little pliers and just gave them a tiny little twist out. Just enough. And went all around, did that. Bam, they're in solid. So that problem's solved. Now, one other thing I've got to do is the selector switch doesn't click. And the reason being, it's lost its little ball bearing. But I went through my stash of stuff and I found an old selector with a ball bearing inside it. So I'll extract that, whack it in there, and hopefully it sits in there okay. Not sure if the plate that sits on top of it has got enough tension on it, but we'll find out. So I'll get that in and I'll come back. But before I come back, check out this old ad from the 1960s.
Well, Robin, according to this schedule, everything seems to be in perfect shape. I fear we've been the victims of a harmless hoax.
But wait, Batman. On Friday night, they're supposed to be...
Let's head back home and broil some steaks on the barbecue.
But Batman!
Listen to the kid. He's on to something.
There's someone under that desk.
I can't tell for sure, but I think it's a poor wretch. Holy ad-lib! He looks familiar. Are you Milton Berle?
If I'm not, I had a lot of fun using his credit cards.
Come on, Burl. We're taking you in for murder.
Oh, you're so strong, the both of you. Now let me alone. Did you say I was wanted for murder?
That's right.
What do you mean?
ABC wants you to murder the people every Friday night, starting this September at the stroke of 9.
Holy affiliates. What's my sentence?
5 years.
5 years. Holy residuals. 5 years, that'll be beautiful. Below the line will be 80,000. Give 15 to my agent.
Well, how was that for a commercial? ABC promoting the new Milton Berle show back in the 60s with Batman and Robin. I love it. Didn't know I had that one. Anyway, I bombed out with the ball bearing on the selector switch. Here's the old one there, and you can see it. I'm not sure how clearly you can, but there's what I call a tension disc, and it's got a little hole in it, and about a quarter of the ball bearing pokes through, and so it just moves along with that disc from notch to notch to notch. Unfortunately, this ball bearing is too small for that. It's a bigger hole, so it just kept falling through. So, I don't have ball bearings. So, it's a real bummer. But anyway, it won't go click, 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 but it will cycle through the different bands, of course. Yeah, not much I can do, really. And I don't know, where do you buy ball bearings? I suppose I could look it up. But anyway, I'm going to get this back in the case. It is finished, and we'll give it a final listen and finish it up. Well, here it is, all finished, all back together. And let's give it a test, and I'll turn the light off for dramatic effect, and hopefully it switches on. Yes! That's bright. Really cool. Give it a few minutes.
There's
Or a few
text
seconds,
flying from
sorry.
first and everything from my daughter who's
Nice.
12 years old.
You get a little bit.
Go to the other end of the band. Nice.
Τουλάχιστον οι περισσότεροι είναι
Cool.
για την αθλητική ενημέρωση. Πάντοτε αναπόσπαστο
And
κομμάτι της
tone
παρέας του 3XY Radio.
does work. It's
Και θα
quite
ξεκινήσουμε
subtle,
με
but
Super League, όπου το μεγάλο τέρμι των αιωνίων Ολυμπιακού
yeah,
Παναθηναϊκού
it's
κόντρα
there.
στην
It's there. Cool. And off you go. A bit of a delay for the light to go off when after the switch is off. Anyway, grab the radio. A little, it's big, but a nice one and a big sound out of it too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. At the beginning I thought this was going to be, you know, one of those problem radios, but, you know, as we saw, it was just the filter caps leaking like a bucket without a base. So I'm assuming. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will be back very, very soon. So take care and have fun, everybody. Bye.